What's up, guys? Today we're talking about running form for beginners. We're gonna get into walking breaks, why they're so beneficial, how to plan them for improving your training and your racing, and also when to get rid of them when we start to rely on them a little bit too much. Look, guys, walking breaks can really do a lot for us, and they're not just for beginner runners. You know, we use them if we're running through the city and we have red lights that we have to stop at, all the way up to the highest level of, Ironman competitors racing in triathlon. They will strategically walk through some aid stations every mile or so just to make sure they're getting enough hydration and calories in, especially if you're out racing in Hawaii. That becomes a big part of the battle and the name of the game. So it's not just for beginners. And the benefits of it, in addition to being able to get more calories and food and hydration in, is mechanical. It's hard for us just even at our desk or on a long plane trip to sit upright. We tend to slump after a while. The same thing happens when we run. It's hard to maintain really good run mechanics for long periods of time. So one of the things that those walk breaks do is they give us a little mental reset where I get to walk, I get to shake things out, I get to get nice and tall again, and I get to string better running mechanics together. And if you're someone who is specifically working on something, whether it's your cadence or your arm swing, or your shoulders or your breathing, strategically planning in those walk breaks can just really help reinforce those good mechanics, because otherwise what happens is that you just lapse back into old familiar patterns, and then you just kind of reinforce the stuff you're trying to change. It doesn't really get you to where you want to go. And then finally, for those runners who are newer, those walk breaks are fantastic for extending your runs. A lot of times when you're new to running, that heart rate spikes up really quick and it's hard to run fast for long distances, at that high intensity. So those walk breaks kind of cool you down a little bit, lets that heart rate drop, and allows you to successively extend your runs without beating yourself up too much and without a lot of injury. In this little next segment, we're going to talk about, how to be more aware of strategically planning these things for the purpose I'm going for, and how we can really get those walking breaks working in our favor. Now, a common way to use walk breaks is going to be terrain dictated, right? If I'm starting to walk up a hill, like I'm hiking up a hill right now, if it's steep enough, I actually may slow myself down to a very slow run or a walk. And if I'm going on a terrain where there's a lot of steep hills in the background, I might do that a lot. That's what trail runners do and ultra runners do, especially when they're going over very steep terrain. They're walking up those hills just because they have to survive. The other thing I mentioned, if you're going through a race course that has periodic aid stations, you might use those aid stations to dictate your walking breaks just so you can get enough water in and food in. And I guarantee you, especially on a hot day, the 20 seconds you lose to stop and make sure you get that full cup of water or sports drink down is going to overshadow you being dehydrated a mile later and then slowing down by more than 20 seconds a mile anyway. So it's worth that investment. And then the other more classical way to do it is to figure out a walk-run strategy. If I'm a brand new runner, maybe I'm going to start with just running for 2 minutes, walking for 1, and then can I extend that up to 3 minutes to 4 minutes to 5 minutes? And I can start to build in and figure out where I am with my fitness and where I want to go. Now, I want to encourage you not to get stuck on one number. It's very easy to get comfortable on running for a certain amount of time and walking for a certain amount of time. And in our next segment, I'll talk about how we can sort of break that cycle and get you less reliant on that lockstep, run interval, walk interval. But it's nice to, try different ones in different weeks and for different purposes. Maybe for my long run, I'm going to try a different strategy. Maybe for my shorter run, I'm actually going to do a little run walk, but the run is going to be an interval. It's going to be faster than the walk is my recovery, right? If I'm doing a 400 meter around the track or 60-second hard uphill, I'm getting some walk run in there too. So we have those different ways to program it in there. It can make a huge difference for our performance, reinforcing our mechanics, and enjoying running. All right, now finally I've got this, run, walk, workout I want you to try, and this is going to break the cycle of you being stuck in the same run, walk, break little ladder. If you're someone who's been, running for 6 minutes and walking for 90 seconds or 2 minutes, and you feel like you don't know how to break out of that, we're going to do something here. We're going to do run for 2 minutes, walk for 1. We're then going to run for 4 minutes, walk for 1. We're going to run for 6 minutes, walk for 1. We're going to run for 8 minutes and then 10. So we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 up this ladder. And when you go up the ladder, the running doesn't have to be super fast. It's just good mechanics, focusing on being really good. You've got your run, walk, break. But what you're actually forcing yourself to do is just mentally get comfortable with stringing it together for those 2 additional minutes. But it builds on confidence from the previous set. You go from 4 minutes, you've successfully gone for 6. Hey, can I add additional 2 minutes to 8? Perfect, right? And figure out and stop where you're comfortable. You could go all the way up to 8 to 10 to 12. What I would like you to do is actually to work back down the ladder. So once you've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you then go back down to 8 to 6 to 4 to 2. But when you go on the back side, you start to increase the intensity and the pace. Even if it's a few seconds a mile, then you can start to add a little bit of quality running in this thing. And not only have you gotten a good, highly quality mechanical running workout that reinforces all that good stuff we care about, but now you've gotten a little bit of speed and strength work in there too. So it really starts to change the game, expands your mindset on those run, walk, breaks, and now you know how to use this tool to make you a better runner. That's my dog just going for a walk. Guys, one more thing for you. If you like this video, go ahead and let us know. Hit that like button right down below. That really helps us out. If you have any comments or questions on some of the things we talked about today, or any requests for future videos, hit us up in the comments section. Finally, we've got such great content on our channel. We like to think so anyway, on running form, on running strength, on technique, injury prevention, how to prepare for certain races. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel for that down at the Run Experience. You can hit that link in this video here for sure. And then finally, we got a free gift for you. If you want 2 weeks of free programming on how to be a better, stronger, smarter runner with run technique, with injury prevention work, as well as some strength and conditioning exercises, we've got a 2-week quick start program that we want to send to you. We really love it. Our athletes really love it. All you need to do to get it is click this link in this video. If you happen to be on a mobile device, don't worry. All you need to do is click on the link below in the descriptions. It'll send you to the right place. When you're in that pace, all you need to do, enter your name and email, and we'll be able to personally send you your 2-week quick start program. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Come on, Nora, let's go finish our walk.